Welcome to the blog this week, and isn't it fantastic? July 1 and we're now back racing for the prize money we were racing before. So those A category meetings are $6,500 and the B categories are $6,000. I will remind all participants that we still are on this journey to determine whether there needs to be a differential, and Harness Racing New South Wales will come out to you again and ask your opinion. We've had the submissions in from a host of people, but we want to know what the individuals want. So that will happen in the coming days, no doubt. What we're looking at also is the fact that with July 1, we have the restrictions. The regionalisation borders are gone, and we can now race our horses wherever we like in the state. Of course, there are protocols in place that will stay in place until some time, until the government lift those. What we're looking at, of course, is we have a calendar now established for July and August and even September. But in September, there will be new tracks coming back to harness racing, and in October there'll be even more tracks coming back, and if everything goes according to the government's plans, all tracks will be able to race from October on. But we just have to keep an eye on it. We don't wish to spread this horrendous virus that is certainly causing effects not only here in Australia but worldwide. And remember, when you're at the track, social distancing is extremely important. Hygiene is ultra important wherever you go, whatever you do, and at any time. So stick to those rules, and we will keep, hopefully, coronavirus out of harness racing here in New South Wales and hopefully across the nation. And in what seems to be a short week, because the blog was done late last week, we have so many highlights in so few meetings. At Penrith last Thursday, there was a training double to Craig Cross and driving doubles to Ashley Hart and Leonard Kane. Ashley, of course, has had 2 doubles in 2 weeks and is really going well around the tracks. A very special milestone was reached with Kerry-Ann Morris scoring her 1200th winner as a trainer, with Miss Sonic Boom, driven, of course, by her husband, Robbie. Well done, Kerry-Ann. At Wagga on Friday, there was another meeting where there were 8 trainers and 8 drivers, all different, winning at that meeting. A special mention must go to Judith and Trevor Rutland, who only have a small team, but the winners are there on a regular basis. And winning with Mustang Crusader was just another. A special shout out goes to Trevor White. He always looks at finding a nice young handy horse, and Defiant certainly looks as if it will fit the bill. Newcastle on Friday and Clayton Harmey another treble, whilst Blake Hughes, Roy Roots and Tom Ison landing doubles. Of course, from here on in, Newcastle have shifted to Friday nights. We thank the club for that. The industry should thank the club for that, because what it will drive will be increased wagering turnover. Tabcorp Park Menangle on Saturday night, and there was a treble to Craig Cross, one of which was Black Silhouette in the Group 3 Frith Stakes for Sam DeMarco and his family. This mare has now won $178,000 and has a strike rate of 15 wins and 20 placings from 58 starts, and lowered her lifetime mark to 150.5 in the process. She was a former Breeders' Challenge winner, Group 1 status, now Group 2 status, and hopefully she will race on, but eventually she will find herself in the breeding paddocks and producing, no doubt, many winners that can follow in her hoof prints. Dubbo on Sunday, and there were doubles to Peter Trevor Jones, Matt Rue and David McKenzie. But for Andy Castle, the trainer-driver, and Jeff Cole, the breeder-owner, winning with Lucy was a real highlight of the day. Tamworth on Sunday night, there were doubles to Tom Ison and Clayton Harmey. But the unique trio of wins were recorded by Caitlin McElhinney, Gemma Coney and Maddie Young. These 3 young ladies proves what great talent we have in the harness racing ranks, especially in the female driving ranks, but also the 3 ladies are all graduates, something very uniquely of the Shellhaven Mini Trot Club. Menangle yesterday, there was a trot double to Emilio and Mary Rosati for trainer-driver Anthony Butt, whilst Aztec Bromac returned to the winner's circle once again for Tanya Harris and her dynamic duo trainer-driver Kerry-Ann Morris and Robbie. Last night there was a double at Young for David Kennedy and Jackson Painting. They regularly do that in the Riverina, and that rounds out the highlights of the week, but of course going forward there'll be more highlights next week. Just a reminder also, the strategic plan 2021 through to 2023 is now in play. We're calling for all stakeholders to make a submission to Harness Racing New South Wales to see where you think the direction should be in those years. And I encourage you all to get those submissions in by July 31. And to close the blog this week, the end of an era, the end of a lifetime, the passing of Westburn Grant.
Sinbad Bay trying hard, the right of the inside and tight connection, and Defoe wider out. They're all over the shop. Westburn's in front though. Oh, he's a good horse. Westburn's Miracle Mile. Westburn Grant wins. Great finish.
And with the loss of Westburn Grant last week, one of our all-time greats, it had everybody reflecting on what a wonderful career this champion had. Spot, as he was known around the stables, was a gentle giant around the stables, but an awesome giant on the racetrack, and his rivals soon found out when they met him. As we reflect, what could have been had Westburn Grant, Vic Frost teamed together on the big tracks around nowadays. At Tabcorp Park Menangle, without doubt, I think 146 would have been something of a jog for Westburn Grant. To Vic Frost and all his followers of Westburn Grant, our condolences. An old mate lost, a true champion lost, and the good part is we have so many memories of what an awesome horse Spot was. Westburn Grant, rest in peace, age 34, just proves the longevity of our beloved standardbred horse. That's it for the blog this week. See you next week, and hope you have all the successes you can in harness racing during that time.